Have you ever looked at someone, a friend, a boss, or even yourself, and wondered how a grown adult can still behave in such an immature manner? It is subtle and hidden in plain sight. People might seem confident, successful, or even charming on the surface, but beneath that exterior, something just isn't right. This underlying emotional immaturity is a silent disease that can infect even the most intelligent individuals, slowly poisoning relationships, self-respect, and inner peace. Often, we might not even realize that these unhealed wounds have become a part of our very being. Recognizing these signs as they occur, especially through the insightful lens of Stoicism, could be the turning point in your entire life. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, because if any of these behaviors reside within you, it means you are not truly free. Instead, you are confined in a self-made cage whose bars you might not even see until the damage is done. Consider, for instance, the way some people deal with challenges. There is a stark difference between reacting and responding. Imagine walking through a harsh, unrelenting storm. The Stoic, in the midst of such turmoil, continues on steadily, adapting to the changing winds and navigating the deluge with a quiet determination. In contrast, an emotionally immature person, rather than adjusting their course with calm resolve, reacts impulsively to every moment of adversity. They might throw tantrums when the sky darkens, snap at those who try to offer help, or even ghost those who try to understand them. Each comment, disagreement, or delay is perceived as a personal attack on their identity, and in that defensive state, they lose the very core of what makes them resilient. By reacting rather than thoughtfully responding, they surrender their inner power to external forces, leaving themselves vulnerable and reactive. The mature individual, on the other hand, knows that the secret to inner strength lies in maintaining control over one's emotions, adapting fluidly when plans fall apart rather than crumbling under pressure. Another painful yet common trait of emotional immaturity is the desperate need for validation. There exists a type of person who constantly walks through life with a burning question on their mind. Do they like me? Did I impress them? Am I enough? This perpetual search for approval is akin to living on borrowed confidence, as if their self-worth is contingent upon the likes, applause, and compliments of others. Stoicism teaches a brutal truth. If your inner peace is dependent on external factors, you will never truly achieve it. These individuals build their identity on shifting sands. Without constant reassurance and attention, they start to feel unstable and unworthy. In stark contrast, those who have reached a higher level of emotional development have learned to cultivate inner validation. They recognize that real self-worth must come from within and that they are complete on their own. They can stand tall without the need for external applause because they have learned to see themselves clearly, unclouded by the fluctuating opinions of the world around them. Then there is the tendency to run from discomfort. Many emotionally immature individuals are so intent on avoiding pain or discomfort that they choose escapism over self-examination. They might sidestep those hard conversations that challenge their self-image or cling to relationships that no longer serve them, simply because facing the truth would mean admitting that something is broken. Instead of sitting quietly with their own thoughts, they may scroll mindlessly through life, desperately trying to evade any reminder of their inner turmoil. To them, experiencing pain is often equated with failure, a sign that they have fallen short in some significant way. However, the Stoic philosophy reframes pain not as an enemy to be avoided, but as a masterful teacher. It is through the experience of discomfort that we truly learn and grow. Avoiding what makes us uncomfortable is akin to denying ourselves the opportunity to harness our hidden strength, leaving us stagnant and unfulfilled. Only by facing and understanding our pain can we hope to transform it into a powerful tool for personal evolution. Finally, one of the most damaging aspects of emotional immaturity is the tendency to blame others instead of owning up to one's actions. When confronted with difficulties, many such individuals immediately point fingers, making excuses and shifting accountability away from themselves. It is a defense mechanism that prevents them from facing their own shortcomings. They say things like, "It's not fair," or "It's all because of them," thereby absolving themselves of any responsibility for the challenges they face. In contrast, Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control the events around us, we always have the power to control our responses. The moment we stop blaming external circumstances and begin accepting our role in shaping our destiny is the moment true transformation begins. The emotionally mature person does not wait for someone else to fix their problems. Instead, they take initiative, work on themselves, and gradually build a life of self-reliance and integrity. They understand that growth comes from looking inward and making the hard decisions that lead to personal accountability. When life hits you, ask yourself honestly, do you react like a child when things do not go your way? Do you constantly crave validation from others because you have not yet learned to validate yourself? Do you run from pain, disguising it with the false shield of self-care, or blame everyone else but yourself for the life you lead? If you answer yes to any of these questions, remember that you are not broken. Instead, you might simply be asleep, unaware of the patterns that keep you confined. Awakening to this truth is the first step toward emotional maturity. It is an invitation to see yourself with clarity, to own your narrative fully, and to rise above the forces that once controlled you. If these words resonate deeply with you, if something within stirred as you read these lines, do not let it pass by like background noise. Consider it a mirror reflecting an aspect of yourself that is ready to evolve. Rather than scrolling past the truth, acknowledge it, embrace it, and take the first step on your journey to a more emotionally mature life. Embrace the challenge of growth and choose to evolve, knowing that each step you take is a step toward a more resilient, self-empowered version of yourself.